Legend: a quiet night in a small town, and the silence is shattered by whispers that no one should hear. What if a politician's secret life could be exposed by someone on the run from the law? Kristi Noem, a high-profile figure, has just become the center of an unimaginable scandal. The story began with a tip, sent through the anonymous channels of social media. An unnamed source claimed to have evidence that Brian Noem, Kristi's husband, was living a double life. According to reports, he was indulging in a fetish known as bimbofication. He allegedly took photographs of himself in oversized fake breasts and pink spandex shorts. The details were so bizarre that they seemed almost fictional at first glance. But the tip reached Mark Caputo, a White House reporter for Axios, who decided to investigate. Caputo shared the story on X, describing it as weird, but credible enough to warrant further digging. He also mentioned that the source was an immigrant sex worker, possibly undocumented in the United States. This person claimed they wanted revenge over President Trump's Department of Homeland Security policies. They believed exposing Brian would serve as a form of retaliation against DHS enforcement actions. Caputo's post hinted at a larger narrative about power, secrecy, and the consequences of policy. He credited the Daily Mail with verifying the claims before publishing their own version of the story. The Daily Mail's article detailed Brian's alleged online chats with fetish models. They described him as a fan of huge, ridiculous boobs, adding another layer to his secret persona. These revelations raised questions about privacy, consent, and how far one can go for vengeance. Kristi Noem, known for her public service as Special Envoy for the Shield of the Americas, was left blindsided. She publicly expressed devastation at the allegations that had nothing to do with her own actions. The couple already faced strains in their marriage, with reports suggesting they were estranged. Now an additional layer of drama threatens to tear them apart entirely. If this story is true, it could have political repercussions for Noem's career and reputation. But how did the tipster obtain such intimate evidence? Did Brian willingly share these images online, or was he manipulated into exposing himself? The answer remains shrouded in mystery, as no official documents corroborate the claims. Could this be an isolated incident of revenge, or part of a larger pattern of political sabotage? If the allegations hold weight, it could prompt investigations into privacy violations and cyber harassment. The story also highlights how vulnerable public figures can become targets for personal vendettas. What will happen to Brian's life if these images are released widely? Will he face legal consequences or only social ostracism? Kristi Noem has yet to release a formal statement, but her silence speaks volumes. The media is already speculating about potential fallout and the next steps for both parties. If the Daily Mail's claims are accurate, they could influence public opinion against Noem. And if Brian was indeed involved in such a fetish community, it raises questions about consent and exploitation. The story's unfolding may become a cautionary tale of how personal secrets can be weaponized politically. But what evidence does the source actually possess? Are there photographs, chat logs, or other tangible proof? Without concrete proof, the narrative remains speculative, yet the damage is already being done. Some critics argue that the media's sensationalism might be exploiting a private matter for clicks. Others warn that this could set a dangerous precedent for targeting politicians' families. In any case, the stakes are high, both politically and personally. Will the truth emerge from behind layers of secrecy? The next chapter will likely reveal whether this is a case of mistaken identity or a calculated attack. If we're left with unanswered questions, the mystery itself becomes the story's enduring allure. And perhaps that's why this tale keeps us on the edge of our seats, until we finally uncover what really happened. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more updates.